Hi everybody, welcome again to another episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so I will be actually doing some maintenance on this pond. As you can see, my giant duckweed. You have some of them actually being brightly colored, like they are newly, what I call it now. They are blue. They are growing, right? And some of them are dark, like the much larger ones. Yeah, much larger ones in comparison to the green ones. um, they are like dying. And this is one of the things that I do not like about giant duckweed. After a while, they become like this, and they actually fall to the base of the system in which you have, and then now you will have to either siphon the water or change the entire water source to get rid of this, because if this is allowed to stay into the water, it creates another problem where it adds to the bio load. It adds to the biological waste, because it will eventually break down. It's not completely dead as yet, but as you can see, it's dying, right? It's practically dying, right? This one is like, it's a new, as a new piece coming up, so it will actually bloom up, well, push out a new piece, new plant. And while the new plant is actually growing, the old plant will actually gradually die. It's a nice plant to have, because it offers, at the back you have the roots, right? And it offers the opportunities for flies to actually stay, hover at the top, camouflage against the roots. So therefore, the adults in the pond are unable, well, not unable, but they are less likely to consume the flies. Now today I'll be doing some maintenance. So the first thing I'll be doing is to actually remove the plants from this pond. It's a really long video. I hope that you will stay tuned throughout the entire piece. So I want to ensure that, because it's going to be a long process, taking out the plants and then letting down the water and then taking out the fish. I want to ensure that my plants are kept fresh, because I'll be placing them back into the pond when I'm finished cleaning it. I have actually caught a bucket of water, which I'm actually taking out the plants and I'm placing in the bucket of water, placing them in the bucket of water, right? So I'm going to be doing that for the next couple of minutes. Okay, so all the plants have been removed from the top of the water. Oh, there's another little piece there. There's another little piece there. I'm going to take it up, right? So nothing is there wasted. Alright, so you will see me have 3 containers. One with plants, right? The yellow bucket and this bucket. Now this is for the plants that have been completed. This is for the fries, or should I say baby fish, because more than likely they have grown to some extent. And this is for the adults. So I'm going to actually release the valve. Now I can't release the valve in totality. I'm just going to unscrew this. It's going to take a while for the water to actually be released, so as to ensure that no fish actually comes through the valve. I'm going to place a mesh there, so should in case any baby fish come through that, the little mesh will actually hold them so it won't run into the yard, right? Water is really needed changing. I mean, it's not smelling that wonderful. It will take probably about a half an hour, yeah, not probably 20-25 minutes, half an hour, for the water to actually total subside, in which I can actually catch the fish, and you'll see more. So I have actually started to remove the plants, and I am completed, and this is how it is right now. I'm presently washing the container to actually place the fish back in it in a few hours, right? So this is how it looks without the water, without the plant, right? The plants are here. They will be in the pond at the right time, but for now I place them in a container by themselves. These are the parents. I have probably about 40 of them there. So the fries or the babies, I place them into another. I place the babies into another tub. Right, it's here. Probably you won't even see them because they are hiding. But they are here. Is about 30 something of them. In the future, I will do a exclusive feature on them. But these are they. So I have about 30 something Jack Dempsey fries. It will take probably about a year before they reach selling size. That's about probably 1.5 to 2 inches. Right, but these are my next stock of Jack Dempsey. So if I do get another spawn, I will go straight to the pet shop with the adults, right, and I'll keep the babies, and that will be the cycle of my Jack Dempsey within my system. Right, so I have about 35, nearly 40. I have not counted yet because I realized that a few have actually died because it was a lot of work getting them out. Some of them were stuck into the muck after the water was released. So I when I placed them into the container, they were like gasping. So some like this one is like, you know, wondering whether or not he should live or die. But you have others that are active in the pond. And here's another one that looks as if it's about to go. So it comes up to tell me bye bye. Okay, pops, I tried. Alright, so that's it as far as my Jack Dempseys are concerned. I have actually did the work. So this one is out, totally out. I think it probably might end up stuck in the muck for a bit. So as a result, you know, it died. Because, you know, that's one thing with doing pond water change. When you have fries, you might end up lose even the larger ones too, because they go in some places to hide, and sometimes you don't see them until it's too late. But that's how it is in fish keeping. You just have to brace yourself for that. So they are practically camouflaging themselves there in the green water. I am not really. I had planned initially to use my GoPro to do some filming on them, but I think I might do that at a later date when I actually feature them in particular. The water around here is a little bit chilly, so probably that probably might end up be one of the factors which actually pushes them to the brink, in which a few are actually dying. They were like in the sun, you know, that's why the pond is so green. But that's how it is. You know, sometimes you win some, you lose some. So this one is practically going. It comes up to tell me bye bye also. So I'm about to put my Jack Dempseys back into the pond. The water is not yet like full up as I want it to be. But one of the reasons why I will actually place my Jack Dempseys in the pond before it is actually up to where I want it to be is that the water in itself being entered into the pond, it's actually beating on the surface of the water in the pond, right? So it produces like it helps to oxygenate the water. This pond is a filterless pond with plants. So with the water being filled, well, with the pond being filled with water, it will take a while for it to full, yes. And this container in which they are in right now has no means of oxygenation, right? And by the time it actually reach up to the top, it's a bit probably about next 2 hours. So what I'll do, I'll actually place the fish in it. I won't place the plants in it until the container is actually filled to the point in which I want it to be at. And then now I place the plant and I place a little pump at the top to agitate the water, and that's how I work it. For the past 4 years in which I've been keeping Jack Dempsey, I realize that Jack Dempsey's, whenever I'm keeping them, like let's say in large amounts, they love to hide. So as to facilitate them actually, you know, having that space in which they call their own, you know, hiding space, I place 3 cinder blocks in the pond, right? It is within the cinder blocks that the couples will actually, that's the male and the female, will actually seek to make their nests and actually get babies. Well, should I say lay, and babies actually come to fruition, right? it's important that you actually create spaces like these for your aquarium fish, your pond fish, wherever you keep them, right? Because this actually helps to keep them healthy. As you know, the more they actually become afraid of swimming out in the open, is the more they become stressed. The more they become stressed, the more they are prone to illnesses. So, well, the giant duckweed will be placed on the top of this water in a bit. You will see it, and you know, as a result of that, they will get a little bit of, what I call it now, privacy. So they after a while they will be like a little bit more active than they are right now. But currently they are like um in the cinder blocks, and they are swimming to the corners. They are trying to hide from me, right? And the pond is being filled with water. The water is coming from the same tank that I fill another pond with, and all the fish died. But the difference is that the pond, the water on the house top have been on the house top for about a week. So therefore I'm not fearful that the fish may actually die, right? So I got about probably about 40 fries, and out of the 40 about 10 died, so I have about 30 left. And that's good enough for me. I just want to know that I got some fries, and as soon as I actually see some more fries, I'll be putting up the larger ones in which I have. That is the larger Jack Dempseys for sale. And I'll just start with the new fries like I'm starting all over again. And that's just a part of the business. You don't want them to get too old on you, too large, and then it creates a problem, and you wake up one morning and all of them dead, right? So that's how it is. Thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate it. It was a long video, I know, but at the same time, you actually learn, should I say, I actually um, took it in my space as far as being a fish keeper is concerned in Jamaica. Now, I'm kind of eyeing my convict cichlid ponds over there. Well, my convict cichlid pond over there, yeah. It's messy and it needs cleaning, but I know that there are some fries at the base. I don't know when I'll be able to actually facilitate the cleaning of this. I also want to clean my Oscar pond, and as soon as I clean it, I know that I'll see eggs. But my convict cichlids, these are the ones in which I'm kind of fearful actually doing, because I know it's a lot more work than the Jack Dempsey. But we'll see what happens. Thank you very much for stopping by. Bye bye.